The number of Americans saying goodbye to home sweet home climbed sharply over the summer. Realty Track reports a record 938,000 properties got some type of foreclosure filing in the third quarter. The states with the highest foreclosure rates continue to be Nevada, Arizona, and California. States with the lowest foreclosure rates: Vermont, North Dakota, and West Virginia. Real estate columnist and radio host John Adams is here with us. John, it's always good to see you. Put this number in some type of perspective here. That's a big number. 937,000 plus homeowners in the system now, at some point on the road to a possible foreclosure. But that doesn't mean that these folks are just days away or even months away from getting kicked out of their homes.
Well, it depends on what the lenders decide to do. In many cases, the lenders don't want to proceed with a foreclosure because they don't want to take the house back.
Yeah.
But we're seeing a lot more people come closer to foreclosure now because of the unemployment problem. People that didn't get these crazy mortgages, not the original wave of foreclosures that we saw, but now these are people that used to be regular middle-class Americans. They were paying on time.
Yeah.
They've lost their job. They've used up their reserves. They aren't able to make payments now.
So give us a bit of a reset on where we are in the housing crisis, because we get some conflicting information. There are days when we get information that suggests that housing starts are up, that the home price, the median home price is up. But give us a reset on where we are right now.
Well, we've got a huge glut of foreclosed homes, bank-owned and government-owned homes that are unsold and sitting around the market. Those have kicked the feet out from the regular retail market and made it impossible for people to sell their homes. That has just immobilized the marketplace. And when we can begin absorbing those homes, we're going to see the market begin to return. Jobs is the key. We need to continue the first-time homebuyer tax credit, encouraging people to get
You believe that it absolutely has to be continued?
Absolutely.
Should it be expanded to beyond just the first-time home buyers, but for everyone?
I think that would be helpful, and it doesn't have to go on forever, but the real estate market is on life support right now, and what the oxygen tank literally is that first-time homebuyer program.
But you're talking about foreclosures pulling the rug out from under the recovery, but the flip side of that is that we're seeing a lot of these folks who are taking advantage of this tax credit. We're seeing them buying those foreclosure homes, those properties first, aren't we?
That's correct, because those represent the best values, Tony.
The best deals out there.
Absolutely, and they're tremendous values. This is an opportunity for somebody to buy a house at prices that just weren't available for the last 10 or 15 years.
But the other side of this is that we would love for more folks to be able to stay in their homes. What is your view of what's going on with the administration's efforts to modify a lot of these loans and to head off foreclosure?
The loan modification programs simply have not worked to the extent that the administration hoped that they would. The incentives to the lenders that they thought would be something to push them forward really have not worked. Yes, we're seeing some loan modifications, but it is slow. Fannie Mae is actually going door to door now, trying to meet with people to talk about door-to-door modifications. They're not, but some people won't even respond, and they're trying to work with people, but the outreach simply has not worked yet.
What are the prospects for, say, for 2010?
Well, the solution is we've had home prices go up in value nationwide, according to the Case-Shiller Index, 3 months in a row. This is the solution to the foreclosures. Remember that prior to the year 2002, 2003, this number of bank-owned homes was simply unheard of. And it's because the market would naturally absorb them. As home values went up, these homes would be purchased. They never would go into foreclosure in the first place. But today, we've got so many people that are upside down. They owe more on the house than the house is worth. It's going to take a while, Tony, for those values to climb, get back to the point where they can cover the mortgage.
John, it's good to see you. We don't see you nearly enough. Thanks for taking the time to come on.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good to see you. Let's get you caught up now on today's top stories.